YouTube, what's going on? It's Rob with Spray Splash Fragrance Reviews. I've got a mini haul here. If you're interested in finding out what I picked up, please stay tuned. All right, so like I said in prior videos, I'm kind of like not purchasing a whole lot right now, but I made the mistake late night, clicked on fragrancebuy.ca and saw some stuff that I was actually looking to pick up and like one surprise fragrance. So I pulled the trigger, bought 4 fragrances, and this is what I picked up. All right, so the first fragrance is from the house of Xerjoff, and it is Erba. Now I already have the Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold Edition, which is a copy of this fragrance. And I kind of said to myself, if I ever get a chance to get the original, I'm going to do that. And I'm happy I got it. They had this actually marked down on sale to like about 106 bucks. It was 97% full. Figured I'd pull the trigger. This is, for the most part, everything that Al Haramain is. Or Al Haramain is everything this fragrance is. Eau Givree is a really good, like fruity, floral, vanilla fragrance. And honestly, if you smell the fragrance in the air, I don't think that there's a whole lot of difference that you can make out between the two fragrances. It's only when you have the fragrance on your skin for an extended period of time that you can kind of tell that it's a little more of a creamy, little smoother fragrance than the copy. So for the most part, anybody experiencing this fragrance is going to be experiencing it in the air, smelling it as you walk past. So I don't know if it warrants the additional money, but this was such a great deal for me, and I wanted to have it in my collection that I've got the original now. So I'm happy to have it. From the house of Xerjoff, this is Erba. Second fragrance was actually the one that was a unexpected purchase. After I jumped off of Fragrance by CA, I went online and I was looking through Saks online, and I saw a new release from Hermes, and it was this one right here. This is Eau Givree. All right, and what this is like well, first off, I didn't know what the term meant, Givree. I had to look it up, and I saw 2 different definitions. One was icy or frosty, and the other one was like he's crazy. So I'm assuming it's the one for frosty. And you can kind of see like on the back side of the bottle, it's kind of got like a frosty finish, so it kind of gives it like this haze when you look at the bottle. But this is a great warm weather fragrance. Now granted, this is a haul and I just got these fragrances in, so I haven't had the opportunity to spin with these fragrances beyond initial spray. But what I can say about this fragrance is it's got an incredible grapefruit opening that rivals, in my opinion, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. I'm not saying it is as good, but what I'm saying is it rivals that. It's definitely on the same block. So as far as the opening and how cool and refreshing and almost uplifting this is, I can see this being one that a lot of people are going to really dig. The only thing is the price right now, because it's brand new. This is a 1.7. I paid $100 for it, and I think the 3.4 is like 120. I don't know if people are going to want to spend that much for it, but it's definitely a solid fragrance. Caveat I'll say is, as the fragrance kind of went on my skin, it really began to smell like Eau Fresh. This to me smells like Eau Fresh in the dry down, but Light Blue Forever by Dolce & Gabbana in the opening, which is kind of a cool combination. And Eau Fresh by itself is a great fragrance. It's more like, I feel like mandarin orange, citrus type opening versus like the grapefruit opening. But I think it's kind of redundant to have both, because ultimately the dry down is the longest part of the fragrance, and they're very similar. If you don't have Eau Fresh, I would recommend you check this one out if you really like the grapefruit opening. But really solid release. Happy to have it in the collection, and I think it's going to be a hit. I think a lot of folks, once they finally get their nose on it, they're going to really appreciate it and like this fragrance. So Eau Givree from the house of Hermes. Next up is one that was actually on my want list. It was a planned purchase, and I got this at Fragrance by CA for a really great price. I think it was like between like 65 to 75 bucks, which I think is a pretty good deal for a 3.4 100 ml bottle. My first Montale again. This is Starry Nights. And what this fragrance basically is it's this nice raspberry opening with like tonka and what comes off to me like a baker's chocolate. Now, I haven't looked up the notes on any of these fragrances. Like Erba, I covered the notes in another video prior, but the other three fragrances I have not. So I could be wrong in regard to what the actual note listing is. In post-production, I'll put those on the screen so you can kind of see what the notes are for every fragrance. But as of the recording of the video, I don't know what the actual notes are. I didn't do the research, but to my nose, this kind of just smells like tonka, raspberry, and like a dark, almost baker's-like chocolate. So this is a great fragrance, definitely unisex. I think on my skin, I think some of the more masculine notes kind of pop out. There is some woods in the fragrance. That's kind of what it seems like. Again, I haven't looked at their notes officially, but those notes I mentioned is what pop on my skin. I didn't have my wife try it to see if maybe raspberry is more prominent, you know what I mean, or one of the other notes. So, but happy to have it. I think this is an attractive fragrance, one that in the cooler weather is going to actually work really well for me. So happy to have it again from the house of Montale, Starry Nights. Now this of the ones from Fragrance by CA was not planned, but when I looked on their site, this is one I saw, new release, was like, wow, another one from this house, from the house of Issey Miyake. This is Bois Arctique. This is I always say really nice. This is a very, very solid release. I think it's kind of in the vein of Noir Argent or maybe even Polaris. I haven't smelled them side by side, but those fragrances kind of came to mind. Tonka is like the main player, but it's kind of got this balsamic quality to it, and it's got this green note that kind of smells artificial actually, but it's very cohesive. It kind of has this like cooling like effect to it, and it's green, but it's not like an authentic green like a mint or something like that. It kind of smells like it's a fake green note, but it actually works well with the fragrance and the way it's composed. So I can't say anything bad about it. I think it's a nice fragrance. I'm happy to have it in the collection. I definitely got to give it more testing and wearings to really see, pick up all the facets within the fragrance and see how it develops. But like first spray, first impression, I really like the fragrance. What I said about kind of smelling artificial with that green note is something that certain people might have a problem with, but it wasn't a problem for me. I actually think it smells really good. So, and sometimes those artificial notes work really well, and all fragrances have some artificial stuff in them. So that's more of a purist type thing. But anyway, that's the quick haul. Just wanted to bang it out and bring it to you guys really quickly. Post something in the comment. Let me know if you've got any of these fragrances, or if you're up on this new Bois Arctique or Eau Givree from Hermes. I finally hit 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much. I'm gonna be doing something special. I don't know what just yet. I'm still kind of thinking about it, but I'm gonna probably do some type of giveaway in the near future. So stay tuned for that. Once again, I thank you so much for rocking with me, checking the videos. Until next time, be safe. Talk to you later. Peace.